As Dale himself says, if he wins, we're going to drink a lot of beer tonight. That's what's going to happen.
That's right.
Last time you put that gif out, I think I threw up, so we had ourselves a good night.
Nothing to do with that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Nick Kinsel.
And as you can tell, we are missing Mike Gamble tonight. He had some other things going on, but the show must go on.
Yeah,
so we are gonna.
Feels weird, man. It just feels like the old days back when you and I were doing this.
Yeah, right. I can't remember the last time it was just you and me for a show.
It's weird, that's for sure. We'll miss the old gambler man tonight.
Oh yeah. But this is going to be a great show. We're going to be going over Darlington Raceway. But before we dig into all of that, let's start off with our diecast of the week. Nick, what you got for us, man?
All right. Well, I just found this out, I think yesterday, that my boy Trevor Bain, he's going to be back in the Truck Series again this weekend. He's replacing Ty Majeski, which not too many people are happy about. But hey, you know me, big Bain fan. We get another shot at redemption. So I busted out the 2017 Trevor Bain Advocate Ford Fusion. This is signed by every employee at Roush Fenway Racing, and it is signed by Jack Roush. Got this at a sweet deal. They only made a few of them, and they were only selling them for $25 on the RFR shop. So that's like the cheapest diecast I've ever gotten.
Oh yeah,
2017, that was our best year, and yeah, I look forward to the truck race tomorrow. See my boy run again.
Yeah, hopefully he'll have a better run. We'll dig into that a little bit later. But yeah, so for my diecast of the week, since we're going to Richmond Raceway, I had to bust out Kurt Busch's 2015 win. He dominated that race. He led 291 laps, and this was, I believe, his second year with Stewart Haas Racing.
Yeah.
So
good looking car.
Oh yeah, covered in confetti too. Sometimes I like the confetti, sometimes I don't. But on this one, it looks good because it goes with the color scheme.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so now let's dig into our Darlington review. So first off, for Darlington, we had the Xfinity Series. We had Justin Haley winning the pole, and oh my goodness, I feel like it's every week now. We had an early caution on lap 2. Anthony Alfredo gives Daniel Hemrick no room exiting turn 2, puts him in the wall, collecting Ryan Sieg and Brandon Brown, basically ending Daniel Hemrick's day. It continues.
I think Hemrick said it best. He said he thought that Alfredo's simulator ran unplugged, and that's what it looked like. Cause he just freaking drove straight up into him. But yeah, like you said, man, it's almost every week we're talking about Hemrick getting involved in something. But I would like to see the numbers. How many of those has he caused? Absolutely zero. He is just wrong place, wrong time. It really sucks too because he was running the John Andretti throwback, and that car only got to see pretty much one lap at speed. And yeah, really unfortunate. And it is what it is. It's 2020, man. Daniel Hemrick, this is not meant to be this year for him.
Yeah, it continues. I think he just needs to get out of an 8 car. I don't think it wasn't working out for him last year. It's not working out for him this year. Just get him out of an 8.
Absolutely. 15. He's been in 15 races this year, and he has 7 DNFs. And 7 of those DNFs are out of his doing right there. Oh my God. Been a rough year, but with the 6 starts that he has left, let's just try and finish the race, please.
Yeah, let's just get a couple top 5s, just ease the pain a little bit. Yeah. And then we had Denny Hamlin. He was entered into this race. He was in the 54 for Joe Gibbs Racing. He went on to win stage 1. I mean, this guy dominates every time we come to this track.
Yeah, it's just a 54 car in general. I mean, like you said, this is pretty much Denny Hamlin's playground. This and Richmond in the Xfinity Series. This is his playground. He's always going to be up front, and I'm not surprised at all. It only took him until the end of stage one to get up to the front. So, yeah, we knew we were going to be in for this kind of day. I was kind of glad I was working, so I didn't have to see this crap.
Yeah, right. And then we had a crazy moment with 2 to go in stage 2. Noah Gregson gets loose into turns 3 and 4, racing with Chastain. Spun out, got no damage, gave me a little heart attack there, but everything was good, so he
Yeah,
continued on.
Dale Jr., he must have been real pissed off in this race because you had the Hemrick wreck. You almost had the 9 having big problems, and then you had Justin Allgaier. He had his issues in the race, too.
And we had Justin Haley slamming into his rear end.
And so, I
Yeah.
mean, Dale Jr., he just got to look at his checkbook and he's like, oh my God, not again. Like every Xfinity race, he's just got to be like, please, no damage.
Right. And then Denny Hamlin, he did it again. He went on to win stage 2. Surprise, surprise. And then 31 to go. We had Brett Moffitt spilling oil all over the track. Cars all over the field started spinning out, including the leader Chase Briscoe. We had Anthony Alfredo spin out, which I'm sure made Nick happy,
Oh, absolutely.
and others. So, yeah, that was wild. We had the red flag, the course for a little while.
Man, Chase Briscoe while leading. I thought it was going to be his day, man.
Yep, not today. And then 15 laps left. We had Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin battling for the lead with the last 15 laps. It was absolutely insane. Finally, 2 to go. Denny Hamlin, he basically made a Hail Mary pass on Ross Chastain there. Did a little slide job, slid up the track, collected Ross Chastain, basically paved the way for Brandon Jones to get the win. It seems like every time Brandon Jones gets a win,
I don't.
it's caused from something like that.
I don't. He is like Justin Haley. I don't think any of their wins have come from them just being the best car out there. It's always coming at someone else's misfortune. And I said it earlier. I said I'm glad I had to work so I didn't have to miss, so I didn't have to watch this crap. But holy cow, those last 15 laps, I was working and I was in like the back room and I put MRN on my phone and I was listening to the end. Sounded crazy. So I didn't want to watch the beginning part of the race, but damn, am I pretty pissed that I missed the end of that. Because that is just the Xfinity Series. Week in, week out, puts on the best races. And I think this is one of the best races of 2020 right here with that last 15 lap battle. Man, if only the Cup Series could have that. Well, they could. All they got to do is run low downforce, high horsepower, big motor, small blade. Needs to happen for the Cup Series, and we're going to start seeing products like Xfinity Series because every single week they always put on a show.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially at Darlington this year. I mean, probably the 2 best Xfinity races came from Darlington this year with the battle with Chase Briscoe and Kyle Busch earlier this year. And now we got Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain. So come on, keep bringing the Xfinity Series to Darlington because we're having fun there.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so now let's get into the truck series. We had the South Carolina Education Lottery 200. This was Sunday afternoon before the Southern 500. We had the return of Trevor Bayne. Finally, after 2 years of not being in a race car, Trevor Bayne is back.
Yeah, Trevor Bayne
But
is back. I was feeling good going into this one, and that was really short-lived.
no, it didn't last long. Well, we had Brett Moffitt. He won the pole, and early in the race, Trevor Bayne, he had suspension issues early, goes 3 laps down, and just kind of hanging there in the back the whole time.
I gotta tell you, this was not my weekend at all. Daniel Hemrick had his issues. Trevor Bayne had his issues. Matty D, we'll talk about him a little later. He sucked this weekend. Oh my goodness. I think I'm just cursed, man. I think I should just stop rooting for drivers because it was really bad this weekend.
Yeah, it honestly looks not a good weekend for you, buddy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so yeah, Trevor Bayne had those problems. Brett Moffitt, he went on to win stage 1. Sheldon Creed went on to win stage 2, so strong day for GMS Racing. And then we had a caution with 24 to go. We had Gray and Smith getting together in turn 1. And then we had a caution with 2 to go involving Crafton, Rayum, and David Reagan setting up for NASCAR overtime. So NASCAR overtime, we had Ben Rhodes holding off Derek Kraus to get his first Truck Series win in 2 years. Our buddy Mike was going ballistic. So yeah, it was good to see Ben Rhodes finally capture that checkered flag.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way possible. 2 years without a win. And like I said, I wish Mike was on the show tonight because he was one excited boy.
Let's do that bitch.
Oh,
Ben!
oh, Benjamin!
No
Benjamin!
no way, man. Let's go, baby! Come on!
Benjamin.
I can't believe that. Holy.
And we did some celebrating after that. Might have shotgunned a couple beers after that, you know. But here's my question. Why the hell did Sheldon Creed pit? This was his race right here, man. So his crew chief pulled an Alan Gustafson is what happened.
Yeah. Was that Todd Gordon or Alan Gustafson? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't understand that move, but always good when Ben Rhodes goes to victory lane. We know the gambler, man. He was happy about that one.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. All right. Now to end the weekend, we had the big one, the Southern 500 for the Cup Series. We had Chase Elliott starting on the pole, and we had a caution with 35 to go in stage one. Brad Keselowski gets contact with Eric Almirola, and Ryan Blaney cuts down a tire and slaps the wall. Not too hard, just for visible damage, but his car lasted. And then we had Martin Truex Jr. He went on to win stages 1 and 2. I was listening to Radioactive this morning, and when the spotter Clayton Hughes, a stage winner, MTJ, and Truex, he was like, "Oh man, I've missed hearing that." And then we had a caution on lap 245 for John Hunter Nemechek going to the wall hard. This guy he is all over the place in 2020.
Well, he had such a hot start, and then we had COVID, and coming back, he's just never the same guy. Disappointing to see because there's a lot of people who pinpointed him as a guy who could take the 48 ride. I do not see that happening now.
Oh, no.
That ride at all. He is really having a rookie year, as per se, this year.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then we had 15 to go in this race. Chase Elliott and Truex, they were racing hard for the lead. It kind of looked like what we had Saturday afternoon. Truex tries to pass Elliott and then basically puts them both into the wall, basically paving the way for Kevin Harvick to get his 8th win of the season, capturing that win in the Southern 500.
Boys, Connor and Dalton were real excited about that one right there.
Oh, yeah.
Again, all 8 of his wins have been spoon-fed to him. Yeah, that's a load of BS right there. But what we saw right there was Martin Truex Jr. went for a desperation move. I mean, 15 to go in the race. He had to expect to do it at some point, and he even said in his interview, I liked his interview, he knew he screwed up, but he had to go for it. He didn't expect Chase Elliott to lift right there, but it was kind of like what we saw in the Xfinity race. Denny Hamlin slid up in front of Ross Chastain, and they both slapped the wall. And this time, Chase Elliott and Truex do the same thing, and they get the worst end of the stick right there. But Kevin Harvick, all I got to say right now, if he is not the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion, then this sport is rigged.
Well, I mean, look at 2000. This is basically the same as 2018. Yeah. I really hope it doesn't end the same way because that was just terrible.
Unless the 11 car wants to go win me a championship and I'll be a rich boy. But yeah, I mean, for Harvick, they just can't miss. I mean, every week he cannot have a good car and they're still going to execute. They just put themselves in the right place and they took advantage of that. It's kind of a boneheaded move on Truex, but hey, that's racing for the Southern 500, 15 to go. This is the second time Chase Elliott's gotten screwed out of a Darlington win this season.
Both by Joe Gibbs guys.
Joe Gibbs Racing really has it out for Chase Elliott. That's all I have to say.
No kidding, man.
Stephanie at Martinsville, Kyle Busch at Darlington, and now Truex at Darlington. Eric Jones and Christopher Bell, stay away from the 9 car. Our Chase Elliott Nation is coming for your heads. We all know how toxic they can be sometimes.
Oh, no kidding, man. No kidding. Yeah, but like you said, Kevin Harvick, he did not have the car to start off with. He was complaining about it the whole time at the start of the race. Finally, by the end of it, the pit crew finally gets it adjusted. Rodney finally gets it together, and yeah, he went on to win. He may not have had the fastest car on the track, but he came right moment, right place, right time, and he got the win. So yeah, Harvick's got his 8th win of the season, and so far he is looking like the championship favorite right now.
He absolutely should. It should come down to Harvick and Hamlin, and that's what I'm really hoping to see once we get to Phoenix, because those are the 2 most deserving drivers. But it's the NASCAR playoffs. The guy who's going to be 4th seeded in the championship 4 is going to go out and win it. That's how
Yeah.
the true champion has not won it in a long time, and that's really disappointing to see. But it makes for entertainment. But yeah, Harvick's on a mission right now. That's all I gotta say.
There you go. All right. So you got anything else to add before we end the show here, bud?
All I gotta say is every single week it's really disappointing when the Xfinity Series, the minor league, is a better race than the Cup Series. We saw it. It was tough to pass. I really hope they do something about this with this aero package. Probably won't see anything with that next year. Hopefully, once the next gen car comes out, we'll get some adjustments on that, because yeah, it's just disappointing when your minor league race is putting on better races than the big show, the big advertisement.
Right. Yeah, they need to get something figured out over there. So that'll do it for us over here at the Stock Car Spectacle. Thanks for watching our Darlington review. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Nick Kinsel.
And guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to make sure to follow us on all podcast platforms. Make sure to check out me, Nick, and Mike on Twitter and Instagram, along with the Stock Car Spectacle accounts. And make sure to check out our buddy Patrick Cotto with the Cotto's Mojo. So that'll do it for us, guys. Have a good one.